Recently, YouTube stars Logan Paul, KSI, and Mr. Beast have released their newest food product called Lunchly, and it has been taking the internet by storm, especially in health professionals such as myself. This product is launched on the heels of the success of Lunchables, except this time, the three YouTube stars are claiming that this is the healthier, better alternative.
Turkey stack 'em, 310 calories,
230 calories,
21 grams of sugar.
only 7 grams of sugar.
But is that really true? But more importantly, should products like Lunchly be banned? If you are new here, welcome. My name is Dr. Emile Sabga, and I'm a naturopathic doctor on a mission to show the world that healthy doesn't have to be hard. And as a naturopathic doctor, I am constantly analyzing different diets, lifestyle, and the nutritional facts of some of the most popular foods out there. Take a look at this ingredient list by one of the Lunchly products compared to its competitor, Lunchables. As you can see here, there's a lot of fine print, and if you go through ingredient by ingredient, you will notice some subtle changes, but at the end of the day, both of these products are considered ultra-processed food, or for short, UPFs. Ultra-processed foods are the source of so many health problems across North America, and with Lunchly focusing the majority of their marketing efforts towards children, you could see how we are taking a problem and making it that much bigger. But rather than bore you by going through line by line of each of these ingredients, let's focus our attention on the macronutrient content of these foods. I think you already know where I'm going with this. According to the American Heart Association, children between the ages of 9 to 13 should be getting anywhere from 1,600 to 1,800 calories per day. And when you break that down, they should be getting somewhere in the ballpark of 40 to 60 grams of protein and 10 to 20 grams of fiber. When I talk to patients, young or old, about their nutritional requirements, I always focus in on these two big players, protein and fiber. And that's because these are two of the most important parts of any well-rounded meal. Not enough protein, not a complete meal. Not enough fiber, not a complete meal. So let's see if Lunchly holds up in these two departments. Let's look at the turkey stack'ems, coming in at 230 calories within the whole kit, with only 12 grams of protein and 1 gram of fiber. The other two options are not all that better, with the pizza coming in at 360 calories, 12 grams of protein and 2 grams of fiber, and the Fiesta nachos with only 9 grams of protein but 4 grams of fiber. You can imagine that if this was supposed to be one of your 3 wholesome meals of the day, you are really barely scratching the surface of the amounts of protein and fiber that we should be getting in a complete meal. This issue is compounded by the fact that other nutritional components in the Lunchly product are unnecessarily tipped in the wrong direction, namely saturated fat and sodium. You know what happens when you don't have enough protein and fiber, but you have too much saturated fat and sodium? Bad things. We're talking things like increased risk of heart disease, diabetes, and obesity. And with childhood obesity rates at an all-time high, these are exactly the types of products that our kids do not need more of. The pizza option by Lunchly contains 15 grams of fat, 7 grams of which are saturated fat. This makes up for about 35% of the daily allowance, and we haven't even talked about the sodium yet. This product contains over 700 grams of sodium. That is over 30% of the daily allowance of that. Oh, but don't worry about the sodium, because that's just electrolytes, and electrolytes are good for you according to the YouTube stars. This is one of the main things that medical practitioners on the internet have been raising awareness about when it comes to this product. But the YouTube stars made sure to run to their own defense, saying that medical practitioners didn't know what they were talking about when it came to electrolytes, because remember, electrolytes are good for you.
After Logan shared this image highlighting the nutritional contents and specifically calling out electrolytes compared to a Lunchable and how much better it was with all these electrolytes, I made this little joke about sodium getting rebranded as electrolytes, because that's really what's happened.
Are electrolytes important for you? Of course they are. We're talking super important minerals like sodium, potassium, magnesium, and chloride that exist in a beautiful, delicate balance to make sure that cellular function function can continue to occur. And unless you're a professional athlete sweating buckets every day, I have a hard time believing that we should be utilizing electrolytes as a source of food on a daily basis, especially at these doses. But aside from the ultra-processed nature of these foods, the incredibly high saturated fat and sodium content, as well as the low protein, calorie, and fiber content, there's really one thing about this food that is bothering me more than anything else. And that is that the people behind this product, in my opinion, are exploiting their influence in order to sell more product and make our kids sicker. I mean, think about it. Imagine you have a kid and you're at the grocery store and they see this on the shelf. They've been watching these YouTubers for years, and anything that these guys say, they will do. They're gonna bother you over and over and over again until you eventually give in and buy the product. No parent wants to say no to their kid, and so what are you gonna do? You're gonna buy the product because you're a good parent and you want to make your kid happy. That's not your fault. Especially when the people that are influencing your kids the most have all of this power over them. I don't know if it's just me, but I live by the rules of Uncle Ben. And Uncle Ben said that with great power comes great responsibility. And I'm kind of being silly here, but I really do mean it. If you have millions and millions of followers and subscribers, especially in an age range that is easily molded, manipulated, and influenced, that means you have a social responsibility to be the guiding light for your community. And so knowing darn well that childhood obesity is one of the most rampant issues across the healthscape in North America, and you launch a product that's only going to worsen that, it's just a bit of a tough pill for me to swallow. Tons of medical professionals are coming for the 3 YouTube stars. But what's worse is that instead of making the appropriate changes, they're doubling down on the fact that they believe in this product.
I'm literally just making a company where I make a product that is better than the competition.
Well said! That's it! I think we just see this fundamentally different than most people. Yes, we could have made a lunch meal with carrots and celery and apple slices, but I don't eat that shit. I don't! Look.
What do you think kids are gonna say when they see that? They're not gonna wanna eat carrots, celery, or apples either. Especially if the coolest guy on the internet to them doesn't have any interest in being healthy. Now, with all this being said, we have to answer the golden question: should Lunchly be banned? And if I had to be completely honest, I'm gonna have to say yes, but it's with context. And that is that I understand that there are so many ultra-processed foods out there on the market that should probably be banned as well. But this one hits home in particular because of the power of the marketing machine behind it. My goal here on YouTube or on my social media channels is to educate to make the community healthier. And there's so many other creators trying to do the same thing. So when the guys at the top are actively contributing to making that harder, you could see how I would take issue with that. Now, with that said, if you are a parent with a kid who's a fan of these YouTubers and wants to try Lunchly, in my opinion, I think you can go for it in small moderation. We just have to make sure that the other aspects of your child's nutrition is meeting their needs. That includes making sure that they are getting enough protein in a day, enough fiber from sources like fruits, vegetables, and whole grains, and being mindful of the overconsumption of products that are high in sodium and high in saturated fats. There's nothing wrong with consuming a fun food from time to time, but this certainly is not a replacement for lunch 5 days a week on the schoolyard. And as long as you as a parent understand that, it's your job to make sure that your kids understand that too. But at the end of the day, this is just my opinion, and I am curious to hear what yours is as well. Leave me a comment down below, and if you want to support the channel, the best way you can do so is by hitting that subscribe button. Thank you so much, and we will see you in the next video.